Hello guys, it's NineNotesKnives. I recently saw a video, or not, when I mean recently, I mean like about an hour ago, uploaded by Cephazon, Sephzon. Go check out his channel. He's a pretty awesome guy, does some pretty awesome Let's Plays. Just an all-around, sort of a nice guy. But I'm not doing advertising for this video. He uploaded a video titled Emergency, like Nintendo goes insane or is on YouTube or something. And what he means by that, I know this is probably going to be overdone the crap out of, but I just want to throw my hat into the ring or something like that. But in the video and in the article that was linked to the video, it talks about how YouTube YouTube is on Nintendo now. Nintendo is is a YouTube channel and is a YouTube partner now, and they're gonna start taking credit for videos that have their content in it. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that, they're not going to be able to, Let's Players aren't going to be able to upload Nintendo games or product or paraphernalia or that sort of thing. What it does mean is that they've lightened, I guess is an appropriate way to say it, by, they're still allowed, the Let's Players are still allowed to upload their videos, but rather than them get the monetization of it, so that way they be able to have a job on YouTube and be able to do what they enjoy, they're actually forced to give all of their revenue to Nintendo. Yeah, that's just how ludicrous this is, and it's just insane in my book, mainly because it's like going up to an actor and saying, like, oh, you ate this, hamburger from McDonald's on, Monday or something that has nothing to do with it. Well, that's not a good example. Just forget I said that. But, I mean, it's gonna have to be like that because everyone's gonna reference, a thing. They can't control it that much. They're just gonna have to let it go and just appreciate the fact that people are talking about it in a positive light. This is actually going to make it worse for Nintendo by doing this, because people are going to blame them for their favorite YouTubers not being able to post videos or not being able to do it more often because they won't be getting monetization, and they'll have to go and work to get money and get a real job, or get a job other than on YouTube, or just play different games. And most people, most Let's Players made a career on, Nintendo. And, well, I mean, what are you going to do? What's Nintendo going to do next? Any fan fiction? I mean, I know there's tons of fan fictions, but, you're not allowed to make fan fictions or something? I mean, I don't know what they're why they're doing this. I mean, it doesn't make sense in my book. I mean, if they needed money, then shoot, they could have done a Kickstarter, or just straight up asked us for it, done some super cool, limited time, limited edition thing, and had it with the idea that we're in some pretty serious debt and in the red. We need you guys to buy this. I mean, heck, as soon as I got money, I'd go out and buy it, or I'd ask my parents to borrow some money and then pay them back when I did get money. So, I'd go out and do that. I'd support them, and I'm sure many people would. But the moment that they stole from it, not necessarily stole from us, then, we kind of, I mean, it's just not right. I mean, your mom didn't teach you to steal. Your mom taught you not to steal, in fact. At least in America, our mothers did. But that's mainly because people don't like being stolen from. Not only, because people don't want to lose their stuff, but more lines is that it shows that they can't trust you anymore. And I know in my past I've in my like childhood and a lot of people's childhood, you stole a cookie and stuff in the cookie jar. I myself have stolen many cookies from the cookie jar when I'm not supposed to. And, well, the moment I stopped doing that, then I was allowed to have cookies more often. So, my point is that if they had just let it be, then they would have gotten money to, do new projects. Or rather, they probably shouldn't do... They just shouldn't do games that aren't going to sell well. No matter... I know, fans want the games, and I know that they're trying to do that, but from a business standpoint, they could either A, go in the red and make an awesome game that a lot of people will love and people will remember it, or they can B, sustain themselves by doing this. So, my hope is that they're doing the A option, that is just going to be a revolutionary game and people are going to love it, but to do so they're going to have to go in the red, and eventually we'll forgive them for this and they'll stop it, and everything's going to be peachy. Or it could be C, is that they're doing this and trying to be money grubbing jerks, and that's what I'm afraid of, is not A or B, because that they've done A and B, but what they haven't done is C, and that's just what scares me, is the unknown. As does most people. It scares most people, the unknown. But I digress. I don't even know what that word means, but it sounds pretty cool. I don't really know how to respond to this. I mean, I've tried to look on this on both perspectives, from like Nintendo's point of view and the Let's Player's point of view. And it was very easy for me to look at the Let's Player point of view, but I couldn't really, sort of comprehend what Nintendo was exactly thinking. What I think that they were thinking about was that, we're working hard to make this game, but, after they see the video or the Let's Play of it, people won't want to play it. True. But... most of the games that I see on Let's Plays are better for Let's Plays. Like, for example, right next to me I have a Metroid Prime game. I watched a couple episodes of Let's Play on it, and I after I bought it, I watched a couple Let's Plays because I didn't know what to do. I use the Let's Plays more of a walkthrough than anything, and entertainment as well. But after seeing it, I decided, I don't want to play it, but I'm not going to return it, because I support them. And I'll just hold on to that and, give it to someone that would enjoy it. It just doesn't make sense in my book. If a game doesn't speak to you, it doesn't speak to you. I mean, if you don't want to play the game, you're not going to change your mind just because, like if you were going to play a game, wanted to play a game, just because someone uploaded a video saying it was bad, or you already saw a playthrough of it. I mean, if it's that good of a game, then you're going to want to play through it for yourself and enjoy those, references to reality and stuff, the connections and such. Like, for example, I've played Super Mario 64, or I've watched so many Super Mario 64 Let's Plays, and each one of them has their own little specialty in it, but I'll never well, that's not necessarily true. I'll probably have a little bit more fun playing the game, rather, with someone, because to me playing the game alone is very boring, and I get very bored playing video games alone, which is why I enjoy when I can't play with friends. I enjoy playing the Call of Duty Black Ops 2 multiplayer, not really as much because it's FPS and I'm an FPS whore and stuff, but more on the lines of the multiplayer stuff and people linking together to have fun. You didn't have that back in the days of the Nintendo 64, the Sega Genesis, and that sort of thing. Before, people gathered up and actually met online in real life, but that limited you to other people. Anyways, I'm getting off topic, but that's just sort of why I just can't play most of Nintendo's games, because they don't have a multiplayer function in them. Like Pokemon, perfect example. I mean, it just, if it was a little more, Wi-Fi friendly and more friendly, accustomed to like Xbox receivers, so you'd be able to hook up to it, like I don't know if you heard that snap, but pretty quickly, then I'm sure that people would do more Pokemon multiplayer. And I know that there's like PokemonOnline.com and stuff. I don't know if that's endorsed by Nintendo or if they receive any revenue from it, but I'm assuming that they do because it's a big deal, and I'm sure they receive something. But I think the biggest thing Nintendo has a problem is that multiplayer. I mean, Mario Party. Just think about it. I mean, Mario Party. I mean, those games would be perfect. Like, just go back to the Mario Parties, remake them for like the Wii U or something, or just download and have multiplayer function. I mean, I would play that with so many people. It would not even be funny. Like the Runaway guys, they just did a New Super Mario Bros. Wii U, and I just found out that they always sit in the same room to do it because there's not. I thought there was multiplayer feature on it. They could play multiplayer, and sort of do it that way. I honestly thought that. And with versus, once I found that out, I thought versus like games like attacking toucans, I actually thought that they're playing in the same room. Apparently not. Sure there are ways to play a game together, but all you'll be able to see is bad video quality and hear them. So I just think if Nintendo steps in the field of multiplayer, playing it like with many people, like that's what it is about these days. Is that internet is connecting people. So doing this won't help them. I mean, unless they come up with a reason to why they're doing this, to raise money for like a big project that is going to move them to something revolutionary that will make people want to buy it, and then they'll stop doing this and they'll give back to the community or the Let's Players specifically that they borrowed from. They'll give them like a game or limited edition thing for the money that they did take. That is sort of like a loan, I guess, but it's not necessarily a loan as per se. I'm taking your money, I'll pay you back. But I think that there's a good possibility and there's a good reason for why Nintendo did this. They have every time they've done something weird like this, they always have a good reason for it. And we always look back on it like, oh yeah, well, they had a good reason for it. We understand it now. And before that, when we didn't know that they had a reason for it, we were always hateful about it and say, oh, I'll never buy from Nintendo again. Either way I look at it, I just pray that something good is going to come out of this. But I do really think that Nintendo should move to multiplayer. Maybe mainstream, but I don't really want Nintendo to die because they're trying to appease the fans. I'd rather them, if they're on a cliff and they have to they have to go and try and save someone, I'd rather they go save the small child, and you have to pick between a small child and your best friend. I'd rather save the small child. Like if your best friend's, he's lived a good life. He's happy. He'd be satisfied with dying, but like they're both unconscious, and that he'd be satisfied with dying, but he'd be happy too. I think that you go for the small child because he hasn't lived yet. And as hard as it may seem to watch it and to make that decision, the small child is making money. And the best friend is the good games that people are used to and your fan bases. Instead of appeasing the fans, you're gonna most of the time want to try and save your friend. But on occasion, you're gonna want to save that small child too. I guess this isn't the best metaphor for it. But if you see what I'm going for, then, comment it and stuff. But, this change doesn't affect me, my channel, or Super Quad Gaming at all because, we're not even partnered. So, I mean, I'm not really going to concern myself about it too much. But, I mean, I do this not necessarily as a hobby, but I guess as a dream. I mean, I guess I would be the first generation that's, you know, some people are gonna dream about being a Let's Player as a job, and you know that's a nice thought. It's just like how people thought that, like, you know, radio, when radio's first created, I'm sure was that at first it was, you know, military or, you know, public broadcasting, that sort of thing. People, I mean, before were like, oh, this will never be used for anything. Then someone came out and did that, and like did a radio talk show, and people enjoyed it. And then the children hearing that wanted to do that as well. And that's the first generation, and that sparked many things, including music, to be broadcasted. So, you know, it's just like YouTube. YouTube is a new radio. Things are going to change, and I guess Nintendo's just going to have to roll with it. But I hope they announce why they plan to do this so unannounced. I hope they plan to announce this within the next few days. Anyways, it's about 16 minutes in, so I'm going to have to wrap it up. Put your thoughts into the comments, please do so. I want to I don't want to miss anything on this. I like knowledge, so if you have anything to add to this, any criticization, or just, you know, throw your hat into the ring, or your ring on the hat, I don't know, something like that. Just give me your opinion on it. Anyways, if you like this, then like it. If you made it to the end of the video, yeah, I know I'm pulling a Boogie 2988 over here, but if you made it to the end of the video, put your opinion about Nintendo somewhere in your comments. Like, Nintendo is, you know, Nintendo is then a verb or something, or a noun, I don't know, something to describe Nintendo. So yeah, see you guys.